White sand, softly washed by the blue waters of the Pacific. The languid warmth of summer breezes perfumed by flowers. This is the South Seas.
Oh, what a lovely looking place.
Oh yeah, it reminds me of this one painting.
Oh, I think I know which one you mean.
Oh yeah, that's it.
This is one of Paul Gauguin's works. It's actually called Escape. I think it's from around 1902. It's an oil painting, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I believe so.
So what do you see when you look at it?
I see bold, vibrant colors. Fields of golden yellow, pink, petroleum green, and azure blue. And I see two figures.
Don't you think there's something interesting about them?
Well, they don't look very French to me. They look like the people from the clips. But Gauguin was French, am I right?
Yes, that's right. He was born Parisian with Peruvian roots.
But how did he end up creating such an exotic-looking painting?
At one point of his life, he found the inspiration at home limiting, and he sought to free himself from the conventional and superficial civilization.
He traveled to Tahiti for the first time in his early 40s. He spent 10 years in French Polynesia and declared, "I have escaped everything that is artificial, customary. I am entering into the truth, into nature."
He left behind the uptight European society to free his mind and escape.
I will bury myself on a South Sea island and live there in ecstasy, peace, and art. There, in Tahiti, in the silence of the tropics, I shall be able to sing, to love, and to die.
So, where did it all start?
Actually, the search that led Gauguin to Tahiti started in a small village, Pontavin. At the start of his career, he found a room next to a farm. It was cold and he was alone, but he worked here from spring to winter.
And did you know he was quite into Impressionism at the beginning?
Really?
He copied the style of Impressionists, trying to achieve the harmonies of light and color. He painted with Pissarro and Cézanne. He made progress. He also knew Van Gogh. They were friends, they lived together, and they painted together.
Then he realized he liked painting more than he liked being a stock worker.
Nothing else than art mattered to him at that point. He abandoned his family and isolated himself completely.
So did he go from Impressionism straight to painting Escape?
Not really. He got fascinated by churches, their statues, and the religious and supernatural idea behind them. Though he did not want to copy this into his paintings, he wanted to transform it. His colors turned bolder and more radiant, outlines grew clearer and stronger, and figures got simplified as he laid the path to express the world of his imagination. And after he attended the last Impressionist exhibition, where his works gained little recognition, he traveled to Martinique to paint and to live like a savage.
So that's where he created works like Tropical Vegetation and By the Sea.
You can still note the influence of Impressionism, but also the moving towards his own well-known style.
Did you know that with this painting, Vision After the Sermon, he coined the term of synthetism?
And what exactly is synthetism?
It's a style of art in which the form, colors, and lines are synthesized with the major idea or feeling of the subject without the dependency on the real-life colors. Like this painting from Émile Bernard or Paul Sérosier or Gauguin's Green Christ.
This is how Gauguin stopped painting the world that was in front of him. The appreciation and imitation of cultural products and practices perceived to be primitive. That is how primitivism can be described. Gauguin yearned to find a pure and simple place where he could free his artistic spirit.
So, Tahiti allowed him to escape from the burden of civilization.
And unlike the Impressionists, who captured the momentary and transient effects of light, Gauguin tried to take less from nature and rely more upon his memory.
He said, "Don't paint from nature too much. Art is an abstraction. Derive this abstraction from nature while dreaming before it, and think more of the creation that will result."
You can see it all here.
That is why the dock is orange and the tree blue.
Gauguin thought of Tahiti as an uncivilized place without capitalism, and he painted the life there as it appeared to him.
But in reality, long before he stepped foot on the island, it was civilized. It's even apparent on some of his works.
Yes, for example in this painting, the women are wearing European clothes that French colonists brought there and forced on them, as Tahiti was at that time a French colony.
So are all the paintings not what the island and the people looked like at all?
I wouldn't say that. I think Gauguin painted his idealized version of what he saw.
Because he did not want to copy what he saw but what he felt, he let his imagination take over. He believed he captured the brilliance and the serenity of the people.
And because he painted the people, their lives, and other situations, you would think his work represents what Tahiti was really like. But was it?
This woman seems to appear quite a lot in his paintings.
The first woman he saw when he arrived became his inspiration and muse for many artworks. Hours of days blended together as he found new joy and creative energy thanks to Te Amana.
Allegedly, she wasn't the only one who brought new perspectives into his art. So what do you see now when you look at the painting?
As Gauguin once said, you have to close your eyes in order to see.